Starry Stonewort is a dangerous invasive macroalgae because once it's established in a lake, it can take over quite quickly, which is a very big problem for our recreation, our economies, our environment. With funds from the Environment and Natural Resources Trust Fund, our work on this project allows for communities across the state to protect and preserve our lake heritage, which is so important to our identity as Minnesotans. Starry Stonewort was found in Minnesota in 2015. It came to the United States through the St. Lawrence River. In the first 10 years in Michigan, it infested nearly every inland lake, and that set off alarm bells for the rest of the upper Midwest. That's why we only have 31 infested lakes here in Minnesota. Starry Stonewort has long stems, and it has a whirling pattern of branches growing off of those stems, and it can be easily confused with the native macroalgae called chara and other native species. The key identifier of Starry Stonewort is the white bulbils that it produces. They're star-shaped and smaller than your pinky nail. At the beginning of its infestation, you'll start to see little pillows forming. It's very stringy and forms dense mats up to 20 feet deep in the water. It clogs up boat motors, and it becomes so dense that fish can't even swim through it. Starry is resistant to our traditional methods of chemical and mechanical control that we use. Starry Stonewort is spreading from human activity, moving it via boats, canoes, kayaks, paddle boards, boots, and any equipment you put in the water. So our best way of combating Starry is through prevention. 90% of boaters in Minnesota know that doing the steps of clean, drain, dry, and dispose can prevent the spread of aquatic invasives, but only about 60% comply because of a lack of tools available when and where they need them. So the real area of focus is to make it easier than ever to clean, drain, dry, and dispose by putting CD3 boat cleaning stations at public boat launches. The trust fund is the reason that we have been able to install 31 stations on 21 water bodies across the state. These CD3s are available 24/7 for free. They are waterless and solar powered. They come with a variety of tools. You can brush off your trailer and your boat, a vacuum hose to suck up any extra water or material, an air pressure hose to clean nooks and crannies, and it also has a drain wrench so you can pull the plug out of your boat and empty out the water. It removes up to 90% of aquatic invasive material from your boat in just 7 minutes of cleaning. We also added a QR code which tells you exactly how to clean your specific type of boat. And our website posts a map of where you can find cleaning stations throughout the state. Starry Stonewort is spreading to some of the most popular boating lakes in our state. So we need awareness on a statewide level. And on the local level, we're doing in-person events to encourage and demonstrate how to use CD3s. At Minnesota Lakes and Rivers, we use the civic organizing model. This is a framework for decision-making and governing where those who are impacted by the problem help define the problem. It creates a collaborative atmosphere to identify the solution strategies for our local communities. So those who live on and around our lakes are those with the most knowledge about our lakes. They're also our eyes on the water to help us find and identify where Starry is spreading so we can catch it early. One of the great things that has come out of this program is that our partners are helping us learn more about innovative strategies to add to our methods of management and eradication. We're testing diver-assisted suction harvest to suck up the entire mat of Starry Stonewort. Other groups are testing out different biodegradable barriers to block sunlight. We're also testing hand-pulling protocols to prevent the spread. The visionary part of the trust fund is that it's allowing us to address emerging problems. Water connects us all, and we want future generations of Minnesotans to enjoy the fishing, the boating, the swimming, just looking at the beauty of our lakes that we all get to enjoy.